Welcome, I'm Heather and this is Dollar for Dollar. Today we're talking all about baby step 6 and baby step 7 of Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps. So if you've been following along in this series, you know that I have done a video for each of the baby steps in detail, so I highly encourage you to go back after this video and watch those if you haven't. But today we're going to cover 6 and 7 together, so we're on the last two steps. Now, baby step 6 happens at the same time as two other steps. It's happening at the same time as baby step 4 and baby step 5. And again, if you haven't seen those videos, definitely encourage you to check it out. But essentially, baby step 6 is like the final frontier. This is the step that will typically take you the longest to complete in order to hit baby step 7. So what is baby step 6? Well, baby step 6 says you're going to pay off your home. Not only are you going to pay off your home, but Dave wants you to pay off that mortgage early. So how do you go about that? Well, I'm going to cover a few different ways you can definitely save and put away some extra, some easy tips and tricks. But I'm also going to go into a little bit of what Dave really wants you to aim for before you ever buy a home. So before you ever buy a home, Dave really encourages folks to have their 20% down, but also to get the 15-year mortgage rather than the 30-year mortgage. Now, he says that because, one, you're going to get a better interest rate on a 15-year mortgage, but also because if you go ahead and you just get the 15-year mortgage, you're going to automatically guarantee it's going to take you 15 years or less to pay off your home. After all, Dave is the king of being debt-free, and he wants you to be out of debt as quickly as possible. So in his mind, and the reality is, like for everybody, your home is typically the largest debt you carry. So he wants you to get rid of it as quickly as possible. Now, of course, just because you're getting a 15-year mortgage doesn't mean he wants you holding on to that mortgage for the full 15 years. He encourages you to pay it off early, and that's what baby step 6 is all about. Now, if you are in fact in a 30-year mortgage already, that is okay. This step still applies to you. He still wants you to pay it off early. In fact, Dave even says consider refinancing to that 15-year mortgage depending on how much you have left on your loan. So that could be an option for you. Definitely look into some refinancing if you have not and you're interested in paying off your home earlier and you have that 30-year mortgage. Now, with that being said, when you are going about paying off your home mortgage early, one of the great things you can do for yourself is to get motivated. And there's no better way to get motivated than to see in real numbers how much it will take to pay off your home earlier than a 15-year mortgage, for example. So there are tons of mortgage calculators online. You can plug in what you currently owe. You can plug in how much extra you would be paying every month, and they'll do the math for you, and you can figure out how quickly you can pay off a loan. So try to see what is reasonable for you, for your family. Remember, you are in baby step 6 at the same time as baby steps 4 and 5. So you don't want to go crazy here and put yourself in a hole where if something were to happen, you're not going to have enough cushion. So you have to also make sure you have your fully funded emergency fund, that you are putting away 15% of your gross income for retirement, and that you are saving for your children's college if you have children. So that is happening while we're dumping extra on the home. So what are some practical ways to go about paying off your mortgage early? Well, number one, obviously, is refinancing to a 15-year fixed mortgage if you don't have one already, because going from a 30-year or 20-year, for example, means we're automatically knocking off some time. So that's easy. Another way to easily save and put away extra towards your mortgage so that it takes you less time to pay it down would mean putting extra payments towards your home. Now, rather than doing it once a month when your mortgage payment is due, resulting in 12 payments in a year, do it bi-weekly. By doing it bi-weekly, you're actually going to have 13 payments in that year, which means you're going to have an extra payment every single year dropping down the amount of time it takes you to pay off your mortgage. So that's one easy way to kind of trick yourself into doing it. So rather than doing it once a month, you're adding extra bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks, we're putting a little extra on top of that mortgage. It means one extra payment that you would not have had if you were to just do it once a month. And a third and easy way to lower the amount of time you have your mortgage debt, add any extra income, any extra money that comes to your house, whether it's through a tax refund, whether it's through gifts, towards your mortgage payment, so that you're not only doing the extra payments, but now you're dumping on extra here and there as it comes available to you. Now, Dave Ramsey is very well aware that there are people out there who are very skeptical or critical of his 7 baby steps, but in particular of baby step 6, because they say, why would you want to pay off a home early? You get a tax benefit. So while it is true you do get a tax benefit by paying off a home mortgage, Dave wants to ask this question. He says, does it make financial sense to pay $10,000 a year in interest to only get a $2,500 tax credit? Think about it. What would you do? So the reality is, for folks who want to do the math, having a home mortgage is not going to be some huge tax advantage over, folks who don't have a mortgage, because again, they're not paying that interest, and they're not paying that interest over the long haul. So once you finish baby step 6, you're going to have no debt remaining in your life, right? Once we pay off that mortgage, we owe money to absolutely nobody. So if you love debt, Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps is probably not for you. But if you don't love debt and you want to be free of a mortgage, credit card payments, anything like that, Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps could be a really great tool for you, a really great guide to help you get there. So what is baby step 7? Baby step 7 is really simple. It is to live and give like nobody else. Now, granted, when you're in baby step 7, you could also very well be still putting money into your retirement account. You may still be putting money towards your children's college. So when you're in baby step 7, Dave doesn't want you to just settle and sit back and do nothing. He wants you to be giving generously. He wants you to continue to save for retirement. If you're not already in retirement, go beyond that 15%, max out your retirement accounts, put a bunch more. You have more margin in your life. So it is possible, right? If we don't have a mortgage, if we don't have other debts, we have all this extra income coming in essentially where we're paying ourselves. It doesn't hurt to pay more into your future, into retirement, into your children's college and their future as well. So go ahead and in baby step 7, enjoy it. Of course, you've worked really hard for it. He wants you to enjoy it. He is not against enjoying money. He really believes in enjoying what you have, but he also believes in being a good steward of what God gives you. And that is why he also encourages the giving portion. So whether it's giving to your local church or giving to a charity or a cause you really care about, he wants you to be okay with always putting some money aside to help other people as well, which I think is really great. And it's a great reminder, especially during the holidays, about how much we have and how much we have to be grateful for. So those are the 7 baby steps. If you enjoyed this video at all, please give it a like and go back and watch my previous videos on any of the baby steps that you missed. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you on the next video.